Diddy Combs' recent arrest has reignited conversations about his notorious parties, bringing back a photo from 2000 featuring Jennifer Lopez and Aaliyah. And here's another throwback with Jay-Z at the same party from years ago. Take a look at this one showing some of the major players Kat mentioned lounging on Diddy's infamous white bed. These still images are from one of Diddy's early parties, and recent lawsuits suggest that these gatherings were used as a front for trafficking and abusing minors. The evidence captured in these photos raises serious concerns about the involvement of minors and sex workers at his parties, even today. But what about Jay-Z? Is he still a part of that scene? Some rumors even suggest that he might be worse than Diddy. With Diddy now behind bars, it seems like many secrets are starting to come to light regarding their pasts. Recently, Jay-Z and J.O. have found themselves drawn into the swirling controversy surrounding Diddy's legal troubles. Internet sleuths have been hard at work, uncovering connections that suggest both artists may have questions to answer regarding Diddy's alleged crimes. One of the first hints came from 50 Cent, who implied that Jay-Z has been keeping his distance from Diddy ever since the feds raided the music mogul's homes a few months ago. In a cheeky Instagram post, 50 Cent called attention to Jay-Z's apparent avoidance by posting a playful image of Jay's face on a milk carton with the caption, "Anybody seen Jay? LOL." He further joked, "Jay-Z, answer the phone," alluding to Jay-Z's reluctance to engage with Diddy during his time of crisis. In another post, 50 Cent shared a photo of Jay-Z, quipping, "Here's Jay-Z, last reported seen waving at Puffy's jet," referencing rumors that Diddy had fled the country on his private plane. The friendship between Diddy and 50 Cent is well known in the industry, and their playful banter often hints at deeper connections. With Diddy's recent arrest, it was almost expected that Jay-Z would be implicated in the unfolding drama. Recent evidence unearthed by insiders indicates that Jay-Z may have not only been aware of Diddy's alleged activities, but could have even participated in some of Diddy's notorious freak-offs. Just hours after Diddy was taken into custody, images of Jay-Z alongside Diddy, Jennifer Lopez, and the late Aaliyah began to circulate widely on social media. Aaliyah, who was a major star before her tragic and mysterious death in a plane crash in 2001, also had notable ties to Diddy and was famously linked to R. Kelly. In a shocking revelation, it was uncovered that R. Kelly, at the age of 27, secretly married the then 15-year-old Aaliyah in a clandestine ceremony in 2008 Chicago, back in 1994. The marriage was kept under wraps, and Vibe magazine later reported that Aaliyah had falsely claimed to be 18 on the marriage certificate. The marriage between Aaliyah and R. Kelly was annulled in February 1995, but the scandal surrounding it left a significant stain on Kelly's reputation that he has never fully shaken off. The circumstances of their union were particularly troubling. Testimony from a former tour manager during Kelly's trial revealed a shocking breach of ethics. He admitted to bribing a government official in 1994 to obtain a fake ID for Aaliyah, enabling their illegal marriage. Despite the annulment, Aaliyah's career skyrocketed, yet she often skillfully evaded questions about her relationship with Kelly. Ironically, it was Kelly himself who wrote and produced Aaliyah's debut album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Incredibly, even with the knowledge that his friend R. Kelly had exploited Aaliyah, Jay-Z reportedly pursued a romantic relationship with her. This behavior echoes troubling patterns, as Jay-Z has also faced rumors regarding inappropriate relationships with underage girls. One of the most notable rumors revolves around his affair with Foxy Brown, a rising star in the hip-hop scene at the time. Their relationship began when Foxy was just 16 years old, while Jay-Z was already 27. The nature of this relationship has drawn criticism, especially considering reports suggesting that Jay-Z allegedly paid Foxy Brown a substantial amount of money to keep their romance under wraps. These claims gained further traction when Dame Dash, Jay-Z's longtime friend and former business partner, became defensive during an interview where the subject of Jay-Z and Foxy's relationship was raised. When questioned about Foxy Brown's age at the time she signed with the label, Dame dismissed the inquiry with sarcasm, saying, "At what age was Foxy Brown signed?" "I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown, but I didn't sign Foxy Brown. I'm just asking a question. I'm on the block. I'm responsible for everybody." His evasive comments suggest an awareness of the controversy surrounding their relationship, yet he deflected further scrutiny, insisting, "You're the boss, yo! Don't beat around the bush. Say what you want to say." Despite Dame Dash's defensive demeanor regarding the inquiry into Jay-Z and Foxy Brown's relationship, Nick boldly stepped in and ignited a firestorm by voicing his thoughts. "I thought Foxy was like 16. That's all I'm saying," he bluntly stated, bringing the scrutiny to a boiling point. This comment highlights the troubling connections between Diddy, Jay-Z, and R. Kelly, who have all been implicated in allegations regarding their inappropriate behavior with underage girls. In a Bombshell lawsuit filed against Diddy by his former producer Lil Rod, serious accusations have emerged that depict Diddy as engaging in sexual misconduct, grooming, and forcing drug use upon young women. Lil Rod's claims suggest that Diddy routinely hosted lavish parties populated by underage girls and sex workers, with the guests reportedly required to sign non-disclosure agreements. Adding to the alarming narrative, neighbors of Diddy have come forward with shocking testimony about the late-night happenings at his residence. One neighbor recounted, "Tell her to stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He does too much. It's like buses, like big buses. You just see all types hop out, especially at nighttime, like around 3 a.m. It gets wild." In a surprising twist, it appears that both Diddy and Jay-Z may share more than just a friendship. They might also have connections to same-sex relationships. According to Lil Rod's lawsuit, Diddy was allegedly involved with male celebrities, including Usher, Meek Mill, and Stevie J. One excerpt from the lawsuit states, "Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper, redacted, R&B singer, redacted, and Stevie J." In the footnotes of the lawsuit, the descriptions for the redacted identities provide intriguing clues. For instance, the Philadelphia rapper is noted as having dated Nicki Minaj, which aligns with Meek Mill, who was in a high-profile relationship with the rapper from 2014 to 2016. Insider reports from E! News suggested that their breakup was a result of ongoing arguments. They were fighting on and off for a little while about a few topics that upset Nicki. They had a bigger fight and then called it quits, an insider revealed. The lawsuit's mention of an R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and enjoyed a successful Las Vegas residency has raised eyebrows, with all signs pointing to Usher. Notably, Usher took the stage during the Super Bowl halftime show in 2014, and he recently concluded a highly acclaimed residency in Las Vegas in 2022. In a separate but equally explosive revelation, Jay-Z has found himself facing allegations of homosexuality, with none other than 50 Cent leading the charge. In a provocative statement, 50 Cent suggested that Jay-Z is trying to emulate the aesthetic of a well-known gay artist. He images himself after a gay painter. "Big homie wants to look like a gay painter. What are we talking about here? We talking about Basquiat," he remarked, alluding to the iconic Jean-Michel Basquiat. Basquiat was a celebrated artist whose life was as colorful as his works. Despite having numerous romantic relationships with women, including the pop icon Madonna, he was known to have had same-sex relationships as well. Observers have noted a shift in Jay-Z's style that some argue resembles Basquiat's bold, artistic flair, adding fuel to 50 Cent's claims. Meanwhile, the intricate history between Diddy and Jennifer Lopez adds another layer of complexity to this narrative. The couple's relationship, which captured the public's attention in the early 2000s, ended in 2001 after 2 years of dating. In a candid interview with Vibe in 2003, Lopez reflected on the split, revealing her concerns about Diddy's fidelity. "I never caught him cheating, but I just knew," she admitted. "He'd say he was going to a club for a couple of hours and then never came back that night." This sense of uncertainty prompted Lopez to ponder her future. "I had to think, do I want to be home with kids in 10 years wondering where somebody is at 3 in the morning? Despite their tumultuous breakup, Jennifer Lopez and Diddy Combs have managed to maintain a close friendship, showcasing their bond even during the pandemic by going live together on Instagram. Their camaraderie, however, has led to speculation among fans and internet sleuths, with many suggesting that J.Lo was aware of Diddy's questionable actions all along, but chose to protect him. This assumption is rooted in past incidents, particularly the notorious 1999 club shooting that could have landed Diddy in prison for years. The incident, known colloquially as the Diddy and J.Lo club shooting, took place at a New York City nightclub and sent shockwaves through the music industry. In the aftermath, Diddy publicly asserted, "I want to say to you all face to face, I had nothing to do with the shooting that night in the nightclub, nor did Jennifer. Obviously, nobody really wants to be arrested or handcuffed or, go through all that kind of stuff. It's a really traumatic experience for many." Ultimately, Diddy was not found guilty of any charges, but the shadow of the event continued to loom over him. Fast forward to the present, and the new allegations presented in the lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, Diddy's former producer, paint a much darker picture of the incident. According to Lil Rod's claims, Diddy allegedly boasted about the shooting, implying a degree of pride in having evaded the law. The lawsuit reveals explosive details, including allegations that J.Lo was directly involved in the event. Lil Rod claims that both Diddy and his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez carried a firearm into the club that night. After Diddy became embroiled in an altercation, he reportedly received the gun from J.Lo, who had passed it to him during the chaos. Lil Rod isn't the only one coming forward with explosive claims about the notorious shooting incident involving Diddy Combs. The victim of that night, who has remained largely unheard for over 2 decades, has consistently insisted that it was Diddy who shot her. For years, she has sought to tell her side of the story, declaring, "I said it immediately. I literally watched them pull out the guns. I had a clear point of view. I mean, for God's sake, I got shot in my nose." Her account has largely gone unacknowledged, raising questions about why her testimony has not received the attention it deserves. The incident unfolded on December 27, 1999, at Club New York in Midtown Manhattan, where Diddy and his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez were celebrating the upcoming release of a project by Diddy's young protege, Shine, who was only 21 at the time. The atmosphere was initially filled with excitement and glamour as the couple mingled with the vibrant nightlife of the city. However, as the night progressed, tensions began to simmer. As Diddy and his entourage were leaving the club, bottles of champagne in hand, an accidental bump turned into a heated confrontation. Diddy inadvertently knocked a drink out of the hands of Matthew Allen, a man known on the streets as Scar. Allen responded with an aggressive shove, igniting a confrontation that quickly spiraled out of control. Reports suggest that one of Allen's friends escalated the situation further by throwing a stack of cash in Diddy's face, a blatant sign of disrespect that provoked anger from Diddy and his crew. The atmosphere shifted dramatically just before 3 a.m. when words turned into actions and a brawl erupted in the crowded club. Suddenly, gunshots rang out, piercing through the pulsating music and plunging the venue into chaos. In the ensuing panic, 3 innocent bystanders were caught in the crossfire. Among them was the woman who would later claim to be the victim of Diddy's gunfire. She was shot in the face and urgently rushed to the hospital as chaos erupted around her. As the injured patrons were hurried to the hospital, the nightlife that once thrived within the walls of Club New York was transformed into a scene of chaos and despair. Law enforcement rushed to the scene, determined to restore order and bring the individuals responsible for the violence to justice. In the midst of the unfolding chaos, Sean "Diddy" Combs and his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez found themselves in a precarious situation. As they attempted to flee the nightclub, police stopped their vehicle after it ran a series of red lights. During the stop, officers discovered a firearm lying in plain sight inside the car. The gun, as it turned out, had been reported stolen in Georgia. With this discovery, a sergeant on the scene swiftly ordered the arrest of everyone in the car. Diddy and J-Lo were both charged with felony gun possession, while the other two occupants faced similar charges. None of the four individuals in the vehicle possessed a license for the weapon, compounding their legal troubles. Eyewitness accounts further complicated matters, with several witnesses claiming to have seen Diddy firing a gun during the altercation at the club. In addition to the charges against Diddy and Lopez, Shine, the 21-year-old rapper and Diddy's protege, was also arrested and charged with criminal possession of a firearm. As the case progressed, the public eye remained firmly fixed on Diddy, whose reputation as a hip-hop mogul was on the line. In 2001, however, a Manhattan jury ultimately acquitted him of all charges, including 4 counts of illegal possession of a firearm and 1 count of bribery, which had been leveled against him. Yet, the story took an unexpected turn for Shine. He was found guilty of 5 out of 8 charges brought against him and subsequently sentenced to prison. The contrasting outcomes of their trials have fueled speculation and controversy about the events of that night. Adding to the intrigue, Wardell Fenderson, Diddy's driver that night, testified about the chaotic moments leading up to their arrest. He revealed that he didn't pull over immediately when police activated their lights. Instead, he fled the scene upon Diddy's insistence that he should not stop. After the chauffeur was pulled over by the police and a gun was discovered in the vehicle, Diddy allegedly offered him $50,000 and a diamond pinky ring to take the blame for the weapon. Fenderson later testified that Diddy had been armed the night of the shooting at Club New York and pressured him to claim ownership of the gun found when police stopped Combs' Lincoln Navigator as it sped away from the scene. Rapper Shine has echoed similar sentiments, claiming that Diddy betrayed him. He expressed his frustration by saying, "It's not just about turning your back on me. How could you call a witness to testify against your own comrade?" The witness he was referring to was Sharice Myers, a bouncer at the nightclub. Myers' testimony revealed some critical details. She stated that when the gunfire erupted, she fell on top of Diddy and confirmed that he didn't have a gun with him at the club. However, her next statement was damaging for Shine. While her testimony seemed to clear Diddy, it ultimately implicated Shine. She told the jury that it was Shine who fired the first shots inside the club, discharging 2 rounds toward the ceiling. Although Shine's lawyers admitted that he had indeed fired his weapon, they argued it was in self-defense. Diddy has consistently insisted that he didn't betray Shine, even with the evidence suggesting otherwise. "I did not force anyone or tell anyone to say anything that would harm Shine's case," he asserted. However, Shine still believes that Diddy set him up and played a role in his imprisonment. "I was defending him, and then he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me. He had a hand in it. He basically sent me to prison." But if you think this is the only time Jennifer Lopez has had Diddy's back, wait until you hear about the sexual assault allegations against the music mogul. Despite being exes, Diddy and Jennifer Lopez have maintained a close friendship, which is particularly striking considering Lopez has never publicly criticized him. This loyalty raises eyebrows, especially since Diddy has a troubling history of sexual assault allegations that predate their relationship. Moreover, after their split, Diddy faced numerous assault cases, leading some to question whether Lopez's relationship with him was the only one free of controversy. Critics have suggested that Lopez might be covering for Diddy. One significant piece of evidence fueling these suspicions comes from the recent lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, which details disturbing allegations that date back to the early 1990s. According to the lawsuit, Diddy allegedly engaged in a pattern of secretly recording explicit sex tapes of various celebrities and politicians. These recordings were made using hidden cameras discreetly installed throughout his luxurious homes during his infamous freak-off parties. While traveling and living with Diddy, Lil Rod claims he discovered these hidden cameras, leading him to believe that Diddy had recorded numerous high-profile individuals without their consent. The lawsuit states, Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs has recordings of defendants, Lucian Charles, Gra Ethiopia, and other celebrities, music label executives, politicians, and athletes. Lil Rod further alleges that not only were these individuals filmed without their knowledge, but Diddy also possessed compromising footage of anyone who attended his wild parties. The lawsuit indicates that this collection of recordings, including a controversial homosexual sex tape featuring Stevie J, has led Diddy to believe he is above the law, creating a sense of invincibility. Due to this treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is untouchable, it reads. The unsettling revelations about Diddy's behavior date back to the early 1990s, shedding light on a troubling history of alleged misconduct. In November 2023, a woman named Joy Dickerson Neal filed a lawsuit accusing Diddy of sexually assaulting her and recording the incident. Joy, who moved within the same social circles as Diddy, crossed paths with him professionally while appearing in the music video for Straight from the Soul by Finesse and Squeeze. Despite Diddy's persistent romantic advances, Joy consistently rebuffed him, opting to maintain a professional distance. On January 3, 1991, during her winter break, Joy reluctantly agreed to join Diddy for an early dinner at the renowned Wells restaurant in Harlem. Famous for its chicken and waffles since 1938, the establishment was a popular gathering spot. During dinner, Joy felt the need to use the restroom, leaving her drink unattended, a seemingly innocuous moment that would prove catastrophic. Upon returning to the table, she unknowingly resumed her meal after Diddy had allegedly seized the opportunity to spike her drink. After dinner, Diddy insisted that Joy accompany him for a few errands around the city. Though hesitant, she felt compelled to go along and got into his car, a decision that would haunt her for years to come. As they navigated the streets of New York City, Diddy produced a blunt and urged Joy to take a hit. Though she reluctantly complied, the effects of the drug soon blurred her reality, leaving her with a hazy and fragmented recollection of the evening. Joy alleges that Diddy intentionally drugged her, rendering her unable to stand or walk independently. As her physical state deteriorated, Diddy drove to a location where he was staying, a place where she should have felt safe. Unfortunately, it was there that the night took a harrowing turn. Joy claims that Diddy assaulted her, shattering the trust she had initially placed in him and leaving her with deep emotional scars. Joy Dickerson Neal's nightmare was far from over after her encounter with Diddy. In a chilling twist, she soon discovered that he had secretly recorded the assault without her knowledge or consent. Disturbingly, a mutual friend, Devontae Swing, allegedly revealed to Joy that Diddy had shown him the tape, leaving her feeling violated all over again. Devontae further claimed that Diddy had shared the footage with others, adding an extra layer of humiliation to an already traumatic experience. But Joy's experience was just a piece of a larger, horrifying puzzle. In 2023, Lil Rod emerged with his own harrowing account, accusing Diddy of drugging and assaulting him and several other men. Lil Rod recounted a night at one of Diddy's notorious drug-fueled parties, where he was allegedly drugged and later found himself in a disorienting and vulnerable state. He awoke naked, disoriented, and confused, lying in bed with Diddy and two sex workers. It didn't stop there. The same day Joy filed her lawsuit, another woman, identified only as Jane Doe, came forward with her own disturbing allegations against Diddy. Her lawsuit paints a horrifying picture of coercion and assault, implicating not only Diddy, but also singer Aaron Hall. Jane Doe and a friend attended an MCA event in the early 1990s where they encountered Diddy and Aaron Hall, who invited them to an after-party. When they arrived at Aaron Hall's apartment, Jane Doe alleged that Diddy began to pressure her into sexual acts against her will. The situation escalated further when Aaron Hall forcefully entered the room, pinning her down and subjecting her to assault. But the nightmare only worsened. Jane Doe further claims that in a separate room, both Diddy and Aaron Hall coerced her friend into intimate acts against her will. Even more alarming is what allegedly transpired just 2 days after the initial incident. Fearing that his then-girlfriend might uncover the truth, Diddy reportedly showed up at the residence where Jane Doe and her friend were staying. According to the lawsuit, he became violent, allegedly choking Jane Doe in an effort to silence her. This was not the only incident that Diddy was implicated in. Another Jane Doe, whose identity remains confidential, came forward with a similar account involving both Diddy and Harve Pierre, the former president of Bad Boy Entertainment. According to court documents, the plaintiff, who was still in high school at the time, alleged that the incident occurred in 2003. Harve Pierre reportedly approached her at a lounge in Michigan, claiming a close friendship with Diddy. To prove his connection, Pierre allegedly called Diddy, and the two persuaded the young woman to board a private jet to Daddy's house, Diddy's renowned recording studio. Photos presented in the lawsuit, allegedly taken at the studio that night, show the young woman sitting on Diddy's lap. Once at the studio, according to her claims, Jane Doe was plied with alcohol and drugs by Diddy, Pierre, and an unidentified third man. The lawsuit describes a terrifying ordeal, depicting it as part of a broader scheme involving the exploitation of vulnerable individuals. It alleges that the defendants took advantage of Jane Doe, transporting her across state lines to New York, where the alleged assault occurred under the guise of a glamorous night at a high-profile recording studio. Given the troubling patterns that have emerged, many believe Jennifer Lopez must have had some awareness of Diddy's dark side, especially considering his alleged behavior both before and after their relationship. While most of the women involved with Diddy have come forward with disturbing stories, others, like Kim Porter, have tragically passed away under mysterious circumstances. On November 15, 2018, the world was shocked by the sudden death of Kim Porter, a former model and the mother of Diddy's children. Initially, her cause of death was attributed to pneumonia, but the first coroner's report painted a far more alarming picture. The report allegedly ruled her death as a homicide, pointing to the presence of toxins in her system. Kim was reportedly in the middle of writing a tell-all book before her untimely passing, which led many to speculate that she may have been planning to reveal damaging secrets about Diddy. These suspicions have only grown in the years since, with some believing that her death was no accident. Another one of Diddy's ex-partners, Gina Hoen, has spoken publicly about the volatile nature of her relationship with him. Gina has described how their time together was marred by physical confrontations and emotional manipulation. In one particularly harrowing account, she recounted how Diddy allegedly became physically violent, inflicting harm that left her deeply shaken. Gina recalled a moment when Diddy allegedly stomped on her midsection with such force that she was left breathless, gasping for air. "He stomped on my stomach so hard that I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't breathe," she said. Gina also shared how he would grab her by the hair, dragging her across the grass, leaving her not only physically wounded but emotionally traumatized. This unsettling account is just one of many allegations involving Diddy's troubling behavior. One of his former partners described a terrifying moment where she claims to have endured significant physical abuse. She recounted how Diddy allegedly pulled her by the hair before striking the back of her head multiple times. "I was lying on my back, and he stood over me, hitting me repeatedly," she said. He was careful to avoid my face, but he kept hitting the side of my head, and all I could do was cover my face. This brings up an uncomfortable question. Was Jennifer Lopez aware of Diddy's behavior or even covering for him all these years? Or did the music mogul somehow treat her differently from the other women in his life? While we may never have a definitive answer, the ongoing legal proceedings and revelations leave room for disturbing speculation. But that's not the end of it. Far from it. Stick around as we dive into the newly surfaced party footage featuring Diddy, Oprah, and Steve Harvey. It changes everything. Recently, footage from a party involving Diddy and media giants Oprah and Steve Harvey has sparked intense speculation. This resurfaced video comes at a time when Diddy is facing legal challenges, prompting many to wonder about the dynamics of their relationships and whether their connections carry deeper implications. While the idea of seeing these three powerful figures together has piqued curiosity, it's important to note that much of the recent media coverage centers around past event photos rather than any brand-new footage. Diddy, known for hosting lavish and exclusive parties, often attracts a who's who of celebrities, from fashion icons to music legends. His gatherings are more than just a good time. They are hotspots for networking and indulgence. These parties, often held in glamorous settings with an air of opulence, blur the line between casual socializing and professional bonding. Steve Harvey and Oprah are familiar faces in this elite circle, with Steve regularly attending Diddy's high-profile events over the years. These gatherings go beyond being mere social occasions. They serve as status symbols. Being part of Diddy's guest list often indicates alignment with his powerful network in the entertainment world. Having individuals like Oprah, a media powerhouse with immense influence, and Steve Harvey, a well-loved TV host and comedian, only amplifies the sense of exclusivity surrounding Diddy. Their presence adds an aura of solidarity and friendship, solidifying Diddy's position at the heart of Hollywood's elite. As Diddy grapples with his current legal challenges, attention has increasingly focused on his inner circle. Both the media and the public have begun to scrutinize his relationships, raising questions about the significance of his powerful connections. Oprah's attendance at these events is particularly noteworthy, not just because of her stellar reputation, but also due to her ability to shape public narratives. Steve Harvey's frequent presence at Diddy's gatherings has led many to re-examine the timeline of their friendship, raising questions about how these connections might influence media narratives moving forward. Over the years, Diddy's parties have drawn a diverse crowd of celebrities, from major music stars to Hollywood A-listers. Recent investigations have prompted some media outlets to take a closer look at these relationships, wondering if the glitzy atmosphere of Diddy's events might have hidden some troubling behavior behind the scenes. Reports have surfaced detailing the attendance of various influential figures at Diddy's gatherings, including Chris Rock, Pharrell Williams, and others, showcasing the breadth of his connections within the entertainment world. By linking these high-profile appearances to Diddy's current situation, the media is reinforcing the idea that there may be more to the story than what is immediately apparent. These connections are under scrutiny for any signs of deeper affiliations or business relationships. With public interest reaching new heights regarding how these relationships may change amid ongoing developments, the question arises: do Oprah and Steve Harvey's appearances at Diddy's parties suggest a deeper business alliance, or are they just casual networking among Hollywood's elite? As Diddy's legal troubles unfold, will influential friends like Oprah and Harvey choose to stand by him, or will they distance themselves to safeguard their own reputations? Let's start by discussing the relationship between Diddy and Oprah, which spans several years and is often showcased through their public appearances at various events. Their connection symbolizes more than just friendship. It prompts us to consider whether they're merely business acquaintances or if their bond runs deeper, impacting both the entertainment and business landscapes. Throughout the years, Oprah and Diddy have been seen together at prominent events like the CFDA Fashion Awards, highlighting their shared appeal in both the fashion and entertainment industries. Their partnership goes beyond casual socializing. They've also attended events centered around philanthropy and media, indicating a more strategic collaboration. Diddy's fashion line, Sean John, along with Oprah's involvement in fashion shows, underscores the business potential of their partnership. Oprah's inner circle includes some of the most influential figures in media and entertainment, such as Gayle King and Tyler Perry. Diddy's regular presence in this elite group reflects his strategic alignment with Oprah's network, helping him maintain his influence in both entertainment and media. Given her history of standing by close friends during controversies, Oprah's relationship with Diddy is now under intense scrutiny. With Diddy facing legal challenges, her influence could play a crucial role in either magnifying or mitigating the narratives surrounding him. Oprah has a proven track record of navigating controversies involving those in her circle. Her connections and media influence enable her to shape public perceptions, which could significantly impact the ongoing situation with Diddy. If she chooses to publicly support him, her credibility could bolster his defense. On the other hand, if she distances herself, it might send a message to the public and the media that even she has reservations, further damaging Diddy's reputation. The question now is whether Oprah's loyalty to Diddy will remain strong, or if she will prioritize protecting her own brand by stepping back. Steve Harvey's involvement in Diddy's network is well known, thanks to their numerous public collaborations and appearances together. This raises an interesting question. Is Harvey's connection to Diddy strictly professional, or does he play a deeper role in Diddy's inner circle? Despite his influential presence in media, Steve Harvey has remained relatively silent about Diddy's recent troubles, leading to speculation about where he stands. Their history includes various collaborations at industry events and mutual appearances, which suggest a long-standing friendship. However, Harvey's lack of public comments could indicate a cautious strategy to protect his own brand amid the controversy. Over the years, Harvey and Diddy have worked together on various projects, hosted events, and been seen at Diddy's exclusive parties. Their relationship goes beyond mere business, as they have shared stages and mingled at industry functions, making Harvey a familiar figure within Diddy's social circles. This close connection has sparked rumors that Harvey might be entangled in the fallout from Diddy's legal issues. If Steve Harvey remains silent, it might impact his image as a neutral and approachable figure in Hollywood. His close ties to Diddy have led the media and fans to wonder whether he's pulling away to avoid any negative fallout or if he's quietly supporting his friend. Will Harvey's continued silence lead to more speculation about his role in Diddy's inner circle? And if he eventually decides to speak out in Diddy's defense, could that put his own reputation on the line? The mystery behind the party. Recently uncovered footage from a party hosted by Diddy has ignited intense scrutiny and speculation, especially given the backdrop of his ongoing legal issues. This chapter delves into the details of the event, the high-profile attendees, and the potential implications of the footage amid Diddy's mounting controversies. The footage was recorded at one of Diddy's extravagant parties, known for attracting a constellation of A-list celebrities, including the likes of Oprah Winfrey and Steve Harvey. These events have long been marked by their exclusivity and opulent settings, where networking often blurs the lines between personal relationships and professional connections. Diddy's parties are not just social gatherings. They serve as vital intersections of influence and celebrity, where the power dynamics of the entertainment industry are subtly navigated. While the exact location of this particular gathering remains under wraps, Diddy's parties typically unfold in lavish venues known for their extravagant decor and high-profile guest lists. This particular event took place during a tumultuous time for Diddy, who has been grappling with serious legal challenges, including alarming allegations related to trafficking and racketeering. The resurfacing of this footage coincides with breaking news reports that a mansion in Holmby Hills, linked to music mogul Diddy Combs, was raided by Homeland Security. The timing of this footage coming to light has raised eyebrows and fueled speculation about the relationships between the attendees and Diddy. With Oprah and Steve Harvey both in attendance, along with other influential figures, the media is closely watching how their connections with Diddy may impact their public images in the face of his legal troubles. The presence of high-profile individuals at Diddy's events carries significant implications, particularly in light of his current legal troubles. The media has been quick to draw connections between these celebrity appearances and Diddy's alleged misconduct, speculating whether figures like Oprah Winfrey and Steve Harvey were fully aware of the controversies surrounding him, or if they simply chose to overlook potential warning signs in their associations with the music mogul. As one observer put it, many powerful people have many dirty secrets, underscoring the murky waters of Hollywood networking. With the legal proceedings against Diddy intensifying, any footage from these gatherings could potentially play a pivotal role in court. If it's found to contain evidence pertinent to the allegations against him, the implications could be far-reaching, not just for Diddy, but for the prominent individuals associated with him. This raises several pressing questions. How will the presence of such influential figures at Diddy's parties impact their own reputations? Will Oprah and Steve Harvey decide to publicly distance themselves from Diddy in order to protect their brands? Or will they continue to stand by him, suggesting tacit support? Their choices will likely be scrutinized by both the media and the public, affecting their images in a volatile climate. The footage and the context surrounding these events serve as a stark reminder of how personal and professional lives are deeply intertwined in Hollywood. In the constantly shifting world of celebrity culture, connections can significantly impact reputations, particularly during a crisis. Right now, Sean Diddy Combs is facing one of the toughest challenges of his career, grappling with serious legal issues, including allegations of misconduct and trafficking. So, how does his network of high-profile friends factor into this situation? Diddy's circle is filled with influential figures in the entertainment industry, including the likes of Oprah Winfrey. Their relationships could play a crucial role in shaping public perception and potentially influencing the outcome of Diddy's legal battles. Jay-Z and Beyoncé exemplify how celebrity relationships extend beyond mere socializing. They function as essential support systems during tough times. The influence of high-profile friends can significantly impact public perception, acting as a shield against negative media narratives. Celebrities often come together in solidarity, providing both personal support and strategic guidance on public relations and legal issues. History shows us that strong celebrity friendships can offer protection during scandals. Take Jay-Z and Beyoncé, for instance. Despite facing their own share of controversies, they've managed to maintain their status, leveraging their combined star power and carefully curated public images to navigate crises effectively, often emerging relatively unscathed. Diddy employs a similar approach. His relationships create a network of mutual defense, where friends use their voices and influence to help soften the blow from his legal troubles. The media also plays a pivotal role in highlighting these celebrity connections. High-profile friendships frequently become the center of news coverage, shaping the narrative around an individual's challenges. In Diddy's case, the media not only scrutinizes his actions but also closely examines his associations. This dynamic between celebrity relationships and media narratives can either strengthen or weaken public support. When allegations against Diddy emerged, many turned their attention to how his friends would react. Would they stand by him or distance themselves? The dynamics of these relationships are critical, as celebrities often serve as character witnesses for one another, lending credibility to their actions. Diddy's past interactions with influential figures like Oprah, who holds significant cultural clout, could either bolster his reputation or complicate his situation, depending on how they choose to respond to the unfolding drama. Moreover, the influence of social media cannot be underestimated. Diddy's network reaches beyond traditional celebrity friendships into a space where public statements and social media posts can shape perceptions instantly. Support from influential figures can sway public opinion, enabling Diddy to maintain some control over his narrative. For instance, if friends publicly express their loyalty during his legal troubles, it could help soften the backlash he faces, highlighting how celebrity connections can act as a protective shield in times of crisis. However, it's important to recognize that not all associations are advantageous. The company one keeps can lead to increased scrutiny, and as Diddy navigates these legal challenges, the implications of his connections could potentially backfire, especially if any of his friends become entangled in the controversies surrounding him. Oprah, Harvey, and Diddy, mutual interests. Oprah Winfrey, Steve Harvey, and Diddy are connected through a network of shared interests and business ventures that illustrate their intertwined careers. These powerful figures have each built vast empires that often intersect in various media and business collaborations. Oprah's influence extends far beyond her iconic talk show. Through her company, Harpo Incorporated, she holds a stake in the Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN, and is involved in other ventures, including Weight Watchers, True Food Kitchen, and Olay. These investments demonstrate her strategic approach to partnering with other high-profile individuals, leveraging her influence to expand her empire and forge valuable alliances. Steve Harvey is another prominent media figure who operates his own production company, Steve Harvey Global, and hosts several popular TV shows. He frequently crosses paths with Oprah in mutual business circles, and both have taken on the roles of mentors and influential voices within the media landscape. Diddy, meanwhile, has established a thriving business empire that includes Revolt TV, his own music and entertainment network, along with lucrative investments in fashion and spirits like Sean John and Ciroc Vodka. Together, these ventures highlight a common pattern. All three utilize media platforms to sustain and enhance their influence in the entertainment industry. The collaboration among Oprah, Steve Harvey, and Diddy is evident in their various projects and public appearances. For example, Diddy's network, Revolt TV, has featured shows with both Oprah and Steve Harvey, allowing all three to enhance their influence and expand their audience. These partnerships are vital for staying relevant in today's media landscape. It's not uncommon for celebrities to work together, using their collective star power to support each other's projects and ensure broader recognition and success. Figures like Oprah, Steve Harvey, and Diddy often form strategic alliances to help navigate controversies and protect their public images. When one of them encounters challenges, the others frequently step in to offer support, either directly or by using their platforms to help. For instance, during Diddy's past legal troubles, the backing of his media connections and influential friends was crucial in shaping public perception, highlighting how celebrities come together to manage and control narratives. The idea of influential figures coming together isn't new in Hollywood. These powerful alliances play a crucial role in maintaining status and influence. Oprah and Diddy have collaborated with many celebrities over the years, frequently hosting or attending each other's events, which helps enhance their brands. For instance, Oprah's connections with high-profile stars like Jay-Z, who is also close to Diddy, and Steve Harvey's collaborations with other comedians and talk show hosts illustrate just how interconnected these networks can be. However, with Diddy's current legal and reputational challenges, the dynamics among these figures could change. If Diddy's situation worsens or faces further legal scrutiny, it might put these relationships to the test. Oprah and Harvey may choose to distance themselves publicly to avoid any backlash, particularly if the controversies touch on sensitive topics. On the flip side, they might opt to support Diddy quietly to help preserve the integrity of their network. In the past, Hollywood figures have often supported each other behind the scenes during crises. A notable example is when celebrities rallied around prominent figures like Harvey Weinstein before his public downfall. If Oprah and Steve Harvey continue to publicly associate with Diddy despite his ongoing troubles, it could indicate a deeper relationship, one that may be driven by business interests rather than just friendship. This intricate web of influence illustrates how celebrities frequently act in their mutual interests, whether through business ventures, media collaborations, or strategic support. Alliances among figures like Oprah, Steve Harvey, and Diddy help them maintain power, visibility, and influence, especially when their empires are on the line. The recent footage featuring Diddy, Oprah, and Steve Harvey has ignited a wave of speculation, especially given its release during Diddy's ongoing legal troubles. The timing is crucial. As the video circulates, it could potentially be introduced as evidence in Diddy's case. Legal experts point out that the impact of this footage could go either way for his defense, largely depending on how it's framed. The media plays a significant role in spreading this footage. In today's digital landscape, controversies can be amplified quickly, shaping public perception before any legal decisions are made. Tabloids and online platforms are already analyzing and speculating about what the footage means, which adds another layer of scrutiny to Diddy's situation. Diddy's legal team might argue that the footage simply captures innocent social interactions, while the opposition could spin it differently, particularly if it hints at any inappropriate behavior. The involvement of Oprah and Steve Harvey makes things even more complex. If their legal teams don't respond promptly, their association with Diddy could affect their reputations. As public figures, they have to tread carefully between supporting a friend and safeguarding their own brands. While distancing themselves might be a protective move, it could also draw criticism from fans and the media. New footage from a party featuring Diddy, James Corden, and Jimmy Kimmel has just surfaced, sending fans and the media into a frenzy of speculation. This video has sparked intense discussions about the dynamics between these celebrities and the wild night that took place. Could this unseen footage alter our perceptions of them? What really went down that night? The video, seemingly captured at a recent event, showcases a laid-back and festive atmosphere among these well-known figures. Diddy is seen enjoying animated conversations with both Cordon and Kimmel. A standout moment features Diddy and Cordon reminiscing about their previous collaboration on Carpool Karaoke, the popular segment from The Late Late Show with James Corden. In the clip, Diddy playfully jabs at Cordon's singing skills, referencing their memorable ride together. Cordon, known for his sharp humor, responds with a witty comeback, creating a lighthearted and entertaining exchange. Their banter not only highlights their genuine friendship, but also showcases Diddy's talent for connecting with people through humor and charm. The camaraderie between them shines through as they share laughs and jokes about their time together, reminding viewers of the fun they had during Diddy's Carpool Karaoke appearance, which aired on April 20th, 2023. During that Carpool Karaoke ride, fans discovered some fascinating details about Diddy. The catchy chorus goes, the D, the I, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the I. Despite his numerous stage names, Puffy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, and simply Diddy, only two people are permitted to call him by his real name, Sean. His mother and fellow rapper Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter. Diddy shared that he and Jay-Z have a special bond using their given names, a privilege that few others enjoy. In another segment of the footage, Jimmy Kimmel is seen having a relaxed chat with Diddy. The two bond over their shared love of music and entertainment, with Diddy attributing his youthful energy not to health supplements, but to a higher power. During a previous appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, he mentioned feeling as though God shines through him. Kimmel also brought up Andre Harrell, the music executive who played a crucial role in Diddy's early career. Reflecting on his beginnings, Diddy spoke about his relentless hustle, noting that even small tasks, like delivering tapes, eventually led to greater responsibilities. I come from just putting $2 together, $2 together, just things that were just, you know. His ambition was evident from the start, as he aimed to take control of the music business and collaborate with artists directly. Yet despite his tremendous success, Diddy emphasized that his ultimate goal has never been about amassing $1 billion, but rather about finding true happiness. The friendship between Diddy, James Corden, and Jimmy Kimmel is a great example of how professional connections can blossom into genuine personal relationships. Over the years, fans have caught glimpses of their bond through various interviews and appearances together. Diddy, known for his larger-than-life persona in the music industry, may have a tough exterior, but he often shares heartfelt reflections about his friendships in the entertainment world. His relationship with James Corden and Jimmy Kimmel is no exception. In several interviews, Diddy has expressed his admiration for Corden's talents. During his appearance on The Late Late Show, for instance, he praised Corden for his talent and work ethic, noting that Corden's ability to connect with both guests and the audience reflects his authenticity. This wasn't just your run-of-the-mill interview moment. It was a sincere display of mutual respect, enhanced by playful banter and their comfortable rapport. Corden, known for his quick wit and charm, has reciprocated Diddy's compliments in interviews, speaking highly of him as well. Their interactions highlight the depth of their friendship and the fun they share together. James Corden has frequently expressed how much he values his friendship with Diddy, especially appreciating the insights Diddy shares. Their bond goes beyond just professional admiration. Corden clearly looks up to Diddy and often seeks his advice, viewing him as a mentor. A perfect example of their connection came during a segment of Carpool Karaoke, where they shared personal stories and laughed about old memories. This moment wasn't just fun for the audience. It revealed the genuine trust and shared experiences that underpin their friendship. Jimmy Kimmel, the third member of this close-knit trio, also holds Diddy and Corden in high regard. Known for his sharp humor and engaging interview style, Kimmel has often highlighted Diddy's impact on the music industry throughout his run on Jimmy Kimmel Live. In one memorable episode, Kimmel humorously floated the idea of Diddy running for president, joking that he'd be a Boy Scout compared to other political figures. While this was all in good fun, it reflected Kimmel's deep respect for Diddy, not just as an entertainer, but as someone who has continually reinvented himself over the years. Despite taking different paths to success, Diddy, James Corden, and Jimmy Kimmel have forged a strong bond based on their mutual respect and admiration for one another. As this new party footage continues to circulate and stir up conversations about the relationships between these iconic figures, it's clear that these relationships are just one facet of the ever-evolving dynamics in the entertainment world. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this discussion and want to stay updated on the latest celebrity news, like this video and subscribe for more content.